Warning: spoilers for Ms. Marvel. In real life, universes, dimensions and alternative deadlines are all one and the same. The terms can be used interchangeably, without real differentiation factors. But if you have obtained all your theoretical physique by watching the MCU films, you can also be confused by the previous statement that universes and dimensions are the same thing. This is because so far, the MCU has done a bad job to establish the rules of its multiverse and disseminate these rules and regulations to the public. This has become less exasperating, however, with the fantastic work carried out by the writers of Mme Marvel, who clearly indicated how their Noor dimension works, and in turn, how all the dimensions of the MCU are different from its universes. But to really understand what are the dimensions in this vast multiverse, we must first understand where all the confusion started. Mme Marvel de Marvel Studios, who's who in the casting? 10 images. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Non-Existence. It started in 2016 with Doctor Strange, in which the old tries to explain the functioning of the MCU multiverse. She says, this universe is one of an infinite number. Endless worlds. Some benevolent and invigorating. Others filled with wickedness and hunger. Dark places where older powers are voracious. And the weight. This quotation is accompanied by visuals showing overviews of the mirror dimension and the dark dimension, as well as Dormammu, insinuating that these dimensions are some among these infinite universes the old mentioned. We did not know at the time, but the multiverse had not yet existed. Or at least the one who remains had already cut all the branches and invented the MCU in his small, well-stored sacred chronology. If this was the case in 2016, then how does the old know about the multiverse, and how the mirror dimension and the dark dimension already exist? Perhaps one day we will learn an old text which tells a period before the sacred chronology, but for the moment, it makes the sorcerer omnipresent a little less. In reality, Doctor Strange and the first season of Loki are only two successful projects carried out at 5 years apart by two completely different teams, at very different points of their connected cinematic universe, and their apparent contradictions are far from the only inconsistencies of the MCU. But he obviously took a non-0% of my brain power.